Yo, all right. What's going
Now I
on?
gotcha. Good. Hello.
Good, good. Everything's going pretty smooth over here. Just got off a meeting.
We love meetings.
Yeah, you know how that goes. But it was smooth and easy. I didn't have too much of well, this one I did, but the one before I didn't have a big speaking part, but the one before, I did. So,
Mhm.
but other than that,
Main
everything.
character of the
Yeah,
meeting, huh?
yeah, just some visualizations that they wanted to see
Mm-hmm.
squared up.
Little PowerPoint.
Well, actually, it's like Power BI. It's something new that everybody's doing, I guess. Yeah, oh Lord, it
Fancy.
is. It's wild. I mean, it's cool. It's easy to work with and stuff, but it's just sometimes you just can't put in what does 1 plus 1 equal,
hmm
and it won't say two. It will say all kinds of stuff.
Well, if you look at it this way.
Exactly. Right. Sheesh. But yeah, it's going good. Everything's straight. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just the start to my day. So had
Oh
some
yeah.
breakfast, a little yogurt,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Uh, what kind of yogurt? Not that Greek yogurt stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like a Greek yogurt.
Is that? Oh, wait. It's not that chunky yogurt, is it?
It's not like cottage cheese.
Oh no, okay, no. I was about to roll out.
It's
I was
just
about
like
to say,
thick and smooth, but it's not
yeah.
cheesy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I gotta go. I got another meeting that just came up. Gotta
Well, welcome to whatever number episode. I think this is number 4
four
here.
probably, I think. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
episode 4. How has the past week been for you?
Pretty smooth. Got a little went here, went there. Everything was blessed. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was so good. It
Yeah,
was so great being in the same place over the weekend. That feels
I
like it was
know.
so long ago.
I know, right? Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I
What was it
went to
like being back in SoCal for you?
it was fun. Had a lot of stuff going on, going here, going there, seeing people, a lot of not a lot, but seeing people going here, going there. Um, having just being just crazy,
hmm
relaxing, being crazy, going to sleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning every night after work. So it was pretty good. Talked to my friend Jay, when we were bowling. So he was there. Man, that dude's awesome. Met him oh man in oh something years ago in oh something. That dude, that dude's a man. Let me tell you this story real quick.
Sure.
So we're doing some training somewhere, right? We're doing training somewhere. And I think that was the same day you came, right? I was like, yo, hey, y'all bring me some in and out because I'm hungry, right? Remember, right?
Yeah.
You went to be in and out, came back, chilled out for a little while, ate, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I probably want to say like the next day, my other friend came, her and her husband came from Vegas, right? They were like, oh yeah, we're about to go to Paris anyway. And I was like, well, I'm out here, if y'all come, bring me some in and out. And they're like, all right, cool. I'll bring you some in and out. So they came, laughed a bit, talked like just chillaxing. Then Jason hit me up. He was like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? I was like, hey man, I'm out here, whatever, blah, blah. And he's like, oh yeah, cool. I'm out here. So at this time, it was probably 15 people that hadn't been to California and never really tasted in and out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, yo, if you're close, can you bring some in and out? And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, can you bring like 15 in and outs, right? so he's like, you know what? Hey, I'm not doing nothing. So so him and his girlfriend at the time, you're like, yeah, we'll be up there. We'll be up there, I don't know, like 45 minutes or something like that. So he comes up here, he drives up, he calls me, he's like, hey man, I'm up here, I'm at this gate or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I tell him
Yeah.
where we are. He comes up, he drives up, and he like gets out and he just has like 15 burgers, 15 fries, drinks, all kinds of stuff. And I was like, you're the man. You are the man. Like the people I were with, man, they talked about that day for like probably like a year and a half. He's like, hey, remember we went to then and out and your friend brought us some. I was like, yeah. So that was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
he's straight. I really always like that dude, man. That dude's awesome. He talks crap a lot, but I really like that guy. But that was
Yeah.
good. Got to see him. Chilled out for a little bit. He works a lot, so he can get away for that short time. So that was good.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like it's one of those things that I think everybody still talks about it, right? Because it's that visual of like Shawnee can do anything. He can
Exactly right.
all of the things to show up. He's like a modern day superhero.
In and out, man.
In
You
and
know.
out, man.
Yeah, but that was that was dope. But like we met, man, years ago, and I think it was like the first time I seen him, like we were talking about his car or something, and he had something that was like purple and yellow, like the Lakers colors, of course. It was something on something small, and I was like, oh man, I've never seen it before. That's pretty dope. He's like, yeah, I'm from California, I
Mhm.
was, born and raised here, whatever, blah, blah. And then we just start chit chatting every day. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. And then after that, I think it was like the next date. I think it was that Friday. We went Friday, and
Right.
then
Yeah.
and then Saturday, I kind of the whole little dinner slash lunch slash get together I do every couple of years, right?
Right.
So got that going. It was pretty great. A place called Bastards American Canteen.
Mm.
Bastard American Canteen in
Temecula.
Temecula,
Yeah.
California. That place is pretty good. That place. That
Yeah.
place.
I
That,
don't
that
think I've ever heard of that. So
I've never heard of it, right? So, but it was really nice. It was
yeah.
a really nice place to go. But we had a good time. A lot of people were there. People like from high school, college, the military. So all those people came together. It wasn't like a class thing. It was like hey, I used to talk to this person. Or I used to talk about this. Oh, hey, yeah, you remember this guy right here? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, so it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Really nice. It wasn't too big. Wasn't too small. I know a lot of people are kind of like, oh, I don't like to be around a whole lot of big crowds and stuff. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, I get it. It's not going to be like 600 people. Like, relax. It's going to be like 30 people or something.
Yeah.
But it was good. We had a blast.
I guess my question for that, which this may take us completely off of
Yeah,
our topic for the
yeah,
day, and we'll see what happens here, but
yeah,
you are able to get this giant group of people
yeah.
together, whether it's the same people or different people every time you come out and visit, right? How have you been able to maintain these friendships, these deeper connections, all of
Yeah.
these years throughout your guys' lives?
Oh man, I don't really know. I think it's because a lot of people, I guess, good or bad, a lot of people, kind of refer to me as like a social butterfly, right? He said
Yeah.
I'll pollinate everywhere, right? So we're talking to one of our other friends at In and Out, surprisingly, right? And he was like, "Yeah, man, I definitely remember you in school. You were always like, hey, how do you know this person?" And I was like, well, that person chills out like behind those classrooms over there. And it's like,
Yeah.
how do you even know about going over there? And I was like, I don't know. I just end up over there. I just walk and say hi to people. That's what you're supposed to do as
Yeah.
humans, right? We're not supposed to be around mad and all the time. But I think just because I always like to, just say hey to people. Hey, what's
Mhm.
going on? How's everything? How's your life? How's family? And then, it may bring us to another conversation about this. Oh yeah, man, I haven't talked to that person in a while. Oh yeah, man, I'll probably hit that person up, see how they're doing. And I guess over time, it's not like every day, right? But it's like ever so often. But I guess it's the kind of relationship where it's like, hey, I haven't really seen you in a while. Sure, I'm not doing anything. Maybe I can, try to come out. So when that happens, I guess it's like, hey, do you remember this person? Oh yeah, I talked to this person, right? That's 2 and 3 degrees of separation, right? Oh yeah, think I remember that person. Hey, I know him. I'll hit him up. I hang out with him on, every other Thursday or something, right? So,
Yeah.
and then it just keeps going, and then they might remember somebody that I know, and then we'll talk and chit chat and things. And I think I guess that's really the thing that kind of gets me talking, gets me remembering, gets me, hey, I think I remember having a good time with this person. I don't know about, I don't remember things about 25 years ago if somebody's upset. I don't like this person because they stepped on my, Jordans or something like that, right? That was the 20 something years ago, right? You
Hmm.
can't be upset about that. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it was a good time. A lot
Hmm.
of people kind of showed up, and it was Gucci, like everybody was saying hi to each other. Nobody had like animosity. Nobody was saying,
Hmm.
remember you and Mrs. Smith class, yeah, nothing like that. It was just all love and hugs and catching up and things like that. And I think that's what I like.
Hmm.
Like to see people happy, I guess. I enjoy seeing like people happy, and I'm like, this is pretty, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do it again. And then they're like, yeah, man, hit me up. Here's my number. Here's this. Here's my IG. Here's my
Yeah.
Facebook, whatever. Because there was some people that I didn't have like um any information for, like any contact information.
Hmm.
And it was just like, oh, hey, oh yeah, man,
So
remember
crazy.
we played basketball or something. Oh yeah, right. It was
Yeah.
all yeah, yeah, yeah. So I guess like I'm not a person that, well, I can be by myself and relax and chill out and be a, what is it, introvert,
Yeah.
right? I can do that. I can chill, relax. I like going to the movies. I'll go to the movie by myself, relax, chill out. There's nothing wrong with
Hmm.
that. I love it. But I can also be out and talk to people, speak to people, be in a room with different people I've never met before, and
Hmm.
bring up some conversation and talk.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that's it. Just the little texts here and there, the messages here and there. Hey, what's going on? How's everything? How's your family? What's
Hmm.
new? So I think
Yeah.
that's
Those
uh,
check-ins can
led
go a
to
long
everything.
way. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when you're describing these connections, people are showing up that like maybe like you said you don't have their contact numbers but they're
yeah,
here hanging out with you, right? It's that like modern version, it's like a in-person version of like LinkedIn.
yeah. Exactly.
The second connection, third connection,
Exactly. Just
all
like,
in this one place.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
have you had the experience of like either having a relationship fallout or like just kind of distance, like slowly distancing from each other, or like a specific, like you had to end this friendship?
yes. I've had a few of them, and I'm not going to say it was all the other person's fault or all my fault,
Yeah.
but there's some things that I just like to shy away from. So, for
Hmm.
example, um, drama, crazy drama. I don't like drama in my life.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
mean, we
don't.
know we love reality shows, right? That kind of
Oh,
drama.
reality shows feeds me.
But that doesn't affect you.
It feeds me because it affects me zero.
Yeah.
I don't care about. I can just turn the TV off or turn the TV and I'm
Hmm.
good. and my
Mhm.
life is great. So when it comes to having like if any kind of crazy drama happens, I'm like, all right, man, I'm straight, I'm good, and I will just leave. I'm done. I don't need any wild craziness, and it's
Mhm.
not like this one thing happened, boom, and then it's over. Nothing
Yeah.
like that. But if you have that repetition, or you're a habitual drama starter, that's not me. I don't need that. So when that happens, I just kind of break away, and I'm like, you know what? I think it would be better for you to just go your way, me to go my way. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to
Mhm.
be homies. Cool. My life is, I promise you, I promise you, my life is going to continue.
Right.
And I promise you, your life is going to continue as well. So there's no need for a whole bunch of
Mhm.
wildness, especially when you're bringing it to me. I just don't like it. Or being a enabler, that things I can't do. Helping people out, like, hey, here, you need this, you need this. It's like, all right, man, here. Or it could be, a lot of time. And I'm not saying that like we as people, um, or me myself, I don't do things to help people for something back, right? I won't say I'm gonna help you move a couch, but because I want you to help me move 2 refrigerators next week,
Yeah.
right? It's not
Sure.
like that. It's just like, hey, I can help you get my time and all of that. But when it's kind of being like a burden on me,
Mhm.
then I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I prefer you get somebody else, because I don't want to get caught up in the whole, you know, oh man, I thought you was gonna help me out, man. That's messed up. You can't help me with this, you can't help me with that. No, man. That's just how life is, man. Life is not fair.
Mhm.
And somebody told me a long time ago, they said, they told me 3 words that was very touching. Okay. They said, figure it out.
Mhm.
Figure it out. And I said, word. And that right there, I got it. You have to learn, you have to try, you have to research on a lot of, you know, things that you really want, things you really need. You'll figure out and find a way to get it.
Yeah. That's
Right.
true.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah. How about you? You got any, girlfriends, guy friends that you were friends with back in the day, and then just separation from an event, but not like, oh, I moved away, so we stopped talking, like something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I think I've had both of those. I mean, the move away concept was my first experience with a
Yeah,
friendship ending, especially because I was a child at the time.
yeah.
And so I had a really good friend that my cousin Samantha and I grew up with um, for a lot of our really young childhood. And then
Mhm.
about 11, 12, she and her mom and her sister moved to Washington.
Okay.
So that was like a really like traumatizing kind of experience for
Hmm.
my 11, 12-year-old self. That was
Yeah,
like, what do you mean my best friend is moving away? Like that is
yeah,
not how things are supposed to go.
yeah.
And so I really had this really, I don't know, out of body experience looking back that I'm like, now I'm like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But in that moment, it was the end of the world. It was
Yeah.
like, I don't understand how I'm going to continue with my life.
It was a travesty.
But I mean, in more recent years, I have had, someone who was my absolute one of my absolute best friends, right? That
Mhm.
we just parted ways. We never actually had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
But we just kind of both stopped talking, even though on
Mhm.
my side, I don't know honestly about her side because we never had that conversation, but
Yeah.
there was things that I was feeling that I was like, this relationship is not right. Like this
Yeah.
is, there's things that are very formative in your beliefs that
Mhm.
are not something that I agree with, and there's no like they're not bendable in our
Yeah. Oh, okay.
relationship, right? And so it kind of was just like kind of pulled away a little bit and just stopped communicating on a daily basis, and it slowly just spaced out from
Oh, okay.
daily to like monthly to like we never talked again kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think that that experience it could have had more closure if we had had a conversation.
Hmm.
But it was just, I don't know, it was difficult because it was a transition from someone that was someone I was really close to even being in specific events in their lives and having all of
Yeah.
these different photographs that are probably hung in their house somewhere, right? That
Yeah. Yeah.
now we no longer talk, right? It's like a
Yeah.
really weird thing to think about. Uh,
Hmm.
but it was for the better at the
Yeah.
end of the day. Those
So
are
what? So do you think? So how do you think your life would be now? So how long ago did this happen? A year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years?
probably like three, 3 or 4
Okay.
years. Yeah.
So if this friend would have still been in your life now, do you think your life would have changed a lot, deviated a lot to the left, a lot to the right, or kind of the same, but you would have just have that, extra loved one in your life?
I think my life would have been similar,
Mhm.
except that there would be more emotional turmoil happening.
Huh.
Because when the relationship was still there, like for the last like maybe year of our relationship, it was like things were good with us.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when they were like having a conversation with me or texting me, and like I was like physically annoyed
Hmm.
with that conversation because it just didn't make sense to me. And
Okay.
so it was like I was internalizing a lot of that, like, why are they upset about this? Like, why do they keep putting this on me? Like
Yeah.
internalizing that and keeping that because I didn't want to have that conversation of like, I don't like what you're saying
Yeah.
kind of thing, if that makes sense. And so
Yeah.
I feel like it would have just continued with that, like, you're talking at me and I don't agree, but I'm swallowing it and just keeping it under the surface, right? And so that
Yeah.
I think would have continued to just come out in like negative ways in my life of how I'm dealing with that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you were just trying to not to kind of I guess get upset with it and kind of just like, okay.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
except
not
like
gonna
you're
change.
like, this is who you are.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay with it.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, I think yeah, it would have just been, I just wouldn't have been happy still. Like,
Okay.
whereas now I'm like, things are calm, life is good. I don't have this like negative energy
Yeah.
following me around like a little cloud.
Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. Well, I really think things happen for a reason.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people, oh, I don't know about that. And I think things like people move in and out of your life
Mhm.
um for a reason. You may not, you may not know it now, but once you kind of sit back and wonder, or it could be like that person that I wanted in my life, or the person I had in my life, and it just floundered out. And maybe it's for the best, right? Maybe
Mhm.
you know something or that person was in your life for. I heard somebody say, people are in your life for chapters, right? Like
Sure.
a
Yeah.
chapter. So, you know,
Chapter's over.
yeah, yeah. Maybe it's for the best. You don't have to go around, because I've been around people that are negative, and it's just like negative all the time.
Mhm.
It seems like it's so hard to do.
It's draining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's training. So
When with that, one thing that I think I read it somewhere, but it was just talking about how like people can depend on their friends and their families, like we're talking about a specific like romantic relationship, right?
mhm.
People, we can depend on friends and families to like vent about that relationship,
Yeah,
right? We can be like, hey, this is what they're doing, I'm so annoyed with this, whatever. The important part to that, of what this person was saying, right? The important part of that is also venting the good things,
yeah,
is also venting with the, they did this and this was great, I loved it, right?
Yeah.
Because if we only vent the negative things, the second that we have a bump in that road, they're going to be like, end it,
Yeah.
because you've shared nothing but bad things about them.
Exactly.
Right. But when we share both the good things that have happened and the bad things that are happened, it's easier for them to be like, oh, well, like, let's look at the good things. Like,
Hmm.
do we need to weigh both sides? Right.
Yeah.
Because we've shared both sides with them.
Exactly.
So it just gives them more of a whole picture.
Hmm.
Right? And so, with like you were saying, right, if we only have this person in our life that's a negative source, then it doesn't make sense to be in that relationship. Why are we carrying that with us?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's I think that's also with like, so of course, like I pray every day, I pray all the time. I pray in the morning, I pray at night, I pray while I'm walking around. But it's not only when things are bad, right? When
Mhm.
things are good, I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh man. I just I couldn't do it without you. Or if I like I'm looking for things and I'm like, where did I put that? I don't know, those nail clippers, right? And then it's like, all right, well, you know what? Let me go put this remote down and then let me sit down for a minute. I go put the remote down, sit down, nail clippers right there. I'm like, let's go. Right? I'm like so happy. I'm like, oh God, thank you. I'm so happy I found these. But it's just like um talking about the good and the bad. I think that is like a really good balance in any relationship, because we all know everything is not all good or everything is
Yeah,
not all bad,
right.
right? There's a balance between things like that. So
Hmm.
yeah, definitely understand that.
Where do you think that you learned how to resolve conflicts?
Um, well, I had a lot of, you know, classes, courses, things like that. But
Sure.
in the I think in the bigger picture and something that I use all the time,
Hmm.
it's thinking about um the future, or not thinking about, I'm upset right now, I'm going to be upset at this whole thing. I think about, all right, why am I upset? Right? What did this person say? What did this person do? What happened here? What happened there? Okay, let me step away, because I don't want to make this crazy drama happen. Again, I don't like drama. All this crazy drama happen in my life. So let's sit down and let's think about this. Let's talk about this, what's really going on. If we need a
Yeah.
break, hey, let's get this break on. Let's go our ways for 5 or 10 minutes. Right. This is boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friend, all of that stuff. Right. Let's chill out for a little bit. Maybe we need to sit down and uh not speak while we're very upset about something. All right. Because when people talk and you're in the heat of the moment, people like to say things that they probably want to hurt you the worst with,
Sure.
right? So that's not what you want to do. You need some space. So give you an example. This is a very, 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 very good example on needing space and then coming back and realizing, you know what, it wasn't so bad, right? So my mother, God rest her soul, I love her so much. This was years ago, right? She would always say, "Oh, Shani, oh man, when you grab another baby? Oh, Shani, when you grab another baby?" And I was like, Ma, chill, relax, not right now. You're doing too much, right? She's like, no, no, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. And I'm like, Mom, please, relax. So, uh, once I moved away and I'm going here, I'm going there. Uh Probably spoke to my mom, probably, if not every day, at least not being like out of the country, but being in the country, at least 2 or 3 times a week, right? For
Hmm.
years and years and years and years and years, right? So the relationship was very, very strong, very, very positive. Yes, there's times, right? We know you're a young kid, you're 16, 17 years old, you think you know everything. Um, but your parent, for the most part, right? Parents um know like what's best for their children in a broad spectrum, right? Don't jump off that thing without with your eyes closed because you're going to hurt yourself. Things like that. Don't pick up that, ant and try to eat the ant, or don't pick up that snake and let the snake bite. Things like that, right? So on a
Yeah.
broad spectrum. Um, and it's just like, ma, you gotta, chill, 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 chill. And I'm telling you, I absolutely love my mother. She's a great person, Christian, loving person, super funny, super athletic, all of that stuff, right? She would never let us win in any kind of like sports race or playing basketball or anything. I remember we were outside one day a long time ago. This was probably when we were in Clearwater. It was something on a street called Clearwater in Paris. All the kids were outside, and it was kind of getting night. She was outside. She was like, "Hey, y'all, come on inside." We're like, "Oh, we're about to race again," and it's like 10 kids outside. I was like, "All right, if I beat y'all, then everybody got to go home because it's getting dark outside." So we're like, "All right, yeah, let's go, let's go. We're gonna beat your mom. Your mom's old, right?" She beat the mess out of everybody out there. All right. She sprinted so quick, she beat everybody out there. Everybody went home, right? But she's like, she very, very loving. So it's even like times where I remember watching TV on like a Friday night or Saturday night. We used to watch um was that the American Road Show when it like the collection where they like bring things to show people and somebody
Oh,
is
yeah, actually, I
like,
think it is American Roadshow.
is that it? Oh my goodness. Okay,
I
that's
think
okay.
so.
So like we used to watch that, man. We used to watch the fashion shows, like the Paris fashion shows a long time ago. Um Man, we used to watch all kind of like wild stuff on TV at night, just say, man, that's weird, right? So the relationship I had was amazing. It's even times where it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was in like New York or Texas, right? So it's a time difference from her. So she'll call me and she's laughing. She's like, Shawnee, did you see that episode on Seinfeld where George did this or said this or Elaine did this, right? And I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? She's laughing, 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 right? So relationship was like really, really good, right? So fast forward years and years. So I was like, hey, I'm praying for you, have another kid, have another child, have another child. I'm like, Mom, you gotta like relax. You gotta stop with that. So with me, I like to joke and laugh at things, right? But when it's like time to chill, it's always time to chill. I don't want to play, I don't want to do anything. When I'm like, hey, cool, cool. So I was coming from work. I was coming in from work, and I think I was in California. Um, and she calls me one day, and she's like, "Hey, I just want to pray for you, and or tell you that I was praying for you, so y'all can have another kid, right?" And it got me so upset that I just like took my phone and I like smashed my phone. I was so upset. It's like, bam, my phone went everywhere. Took it smash again. I was so upset. I was so upset. And then I was
Wow.
like, whew, all right. And then I walked in the house. All right. And I was upset. I was like, this is crazy. I don't want to talk to my mother anymore because of the fact that I need some space. Because when I say, hey, chill, that means, hey, chill. That
Hmm.
doesn't mean keep at it, keep at it, keep at it.
Yeah.
So I think I didn't talk to my mother for probably 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. I just did not talk to her. I didn't want to have any communication with her.
Well,
Did not want to talk to her because I was just so fed up with I'm doing this, I want you to do 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 this. So boom, I was just done. I didn't want to talk to her anymore. Then I don't know, something happened. Whatever happened, um, we came back together, start talking. I again told her, this is the reason why, I haven't talked to you because I'm
mhm,
this upset because I'm asking you
mhm,
not to do this. And you continue to, you can pray and you can ask and you can do whatever you want to do. I just don't want to keep hearing the same thing. I don't like just having the same conversation about the same thing over and over again. Like, let's talk about it and get it over with. And then I don't want to hear I don't want to hear about it ever again. But with that being said, it's like for all the love, right, that that me and my mom had and um all of that, talking every day, great relationship.
mhm,
I feel if I can kind of say, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I can't talk to you right now. And then come back, 6, 7, 8 months later and cool and talk and continue on with the, great relationship we had. I feel if I can do that with her, I have to be able to do it with other people. I have to be able to do it with friends and cut that boundary off and, stop the malarkey when it starts.
yeah,
Right. So I just don't like
Marky.
yes. I just I just don't like things just going on and on and on and I have to say something because I feel if I don't say something or if I don't stop that, bad behavior or whatever
Mhm,
it is that I don't want, then I'll keep letting it go and keep letting it go and keep letting it go. And then that's when, people start resenting each other and
mhm.
relationships just get just all mangled up and
Sure.
can't come back. So yeah, I just sometimes I have to, cut people off for a little bit.
Little
Just
little timeout.
yes, because we need our peace, like ourself, our own body. Like we need peace. I can't be wrapped up in a just my
Yeah.
life just can't be in shambles all the time.
I mean, that is completely valid.
Yeah,
Mhm. So,
yeah,
would we say that through different experiences with conflict, it's kind of just like that practice is how you became good at solving conflict?
yeah. I think so.
Mhm.
I
Nobody sat you down and said, "This is how you resolve things."
yeah. It's not. It was never anything like that. Like, hey, this you have to do this first, or you have to do this. It's nothing
Mhm.
like that. It's just with I guess practice and being able to do it and
Mhm.
just being around, I guess, a lot of different people with that's come from plenty of places on earth that
Mhm.
have different backgrounds and all of those people have to work together.
Yeah.
And if you're a leader, you have to be able to say, okay, listen, I understand that. Let me hear your part. Let me hear your part. And now let's get the truth. The truth is in there somewhere. Okay. I promise you the truth is in there somewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
And then let's, kind of resolve this because most things are not like dire, right?
Mhm.
Dire answers all the time. So it could be just something little about, hey, you can think about it this way, right? Think about it like this. Think about this person. Think about that. Would you
Mhm.
want that to happen to you? Would
Mhm.
you want that to happen to would you want somebody to say that to your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, things like that? And I think a lot of times it kind of steps us back away from what's really going on, that big conflict.
Yeah.
And they, you know what? Eh, it's not that bad, right? Well,
Mhm.
it's not that bad. One of my favorite sayings, right? I say it all the time. it could be worse, right? You could be in a way worse
Yeah.
place than what you are right now.
Mhm.
So
And then we have the people that are like, yeah, yeah, I would say that to my grandma.
yeah, yes, exactly. Like, where you grow up at. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man.
So we are just, about out of time here, but I guess the last question for you with that same note, you
Yeah.
talked about leadership is, would you say that you mostly learned how to resolve conflict after you joined the military?
Um, I I think so. I would have to say yes, but I want to caveat and say there was not a lot of times where I needed to solve higher conflict. Like in school, it was playing basketball or football or baseball or doing something like that, or playing some volleyball,
Hmm.
softball
Hmm.
or something like that. So maybe arguing with a friend about who do who do you like better,
Yeah.
Tupac or Biggie or something
Yeah.
like that. So it wasn't anything like big and crazy, but after I got in the military, then after years and years and years, then being a leader, doing this, doing that, yes, it just made it way easier because I was in those situations all the time, right?
Hmm.
The more you're in something, the more you practice something,
Hmm.
the better you get at it. So yes, all of this, he did this, he said this, I can't do this, I can't do this, right? Right. It's like chill out. All right. Let's figure out what's going on. But yes, after joined the military, yes, absolutely. I learned to, resolve conflict.
Yeah.
Um, way easier because it was just more common.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah,
perfect sense.
yeah, it was
Sure.
it was it was it was more common. Some people don't know how to, but those people are a little more. They got a little more gusto, than they than they really need. But
Gusto. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
all right, we are out of time here, but I don't think
Right.
we need to spin our wheel because we did not talk about vacations at all
Yes,
today. So
vacation is next
we
week.
will just throw that back on the schedule for next week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We definitely will. We
So,
definitely
but
will.
I like the change in topic anyway. It was really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
all right. Well, let's jump off of here. We'll
Right.
chat, I don't
Okay.
know, throughout the week.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
All right. Are you
All
getting a heat
right.
wave in Maryland area or is it
Am
just
I
here?
am I what?
Are you in a heat wave in Maryland area or is that just
Yes.
California?
I think it was like 104 or something last week or something like that
Ouch.
when I was
Rough.
going, and I was like, oof, thank you.
Rough. All
Because
right. Well, stay cool.
yeah, stay inside, turn the turn the AC on.
Great. All
All right.
right. Have a good week.
All
Bye.
right, you too. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.